right, we are back here at day 2 of Photoshop World, and we are here with Rashid from Palette. Thank you for taking the time to sit down with me.
Thank you, not a problem.
How are you doing today? How's the show
Not too
going?
bad. Yeah, it's been great. We have been getting a lot of visitors in our booth. People are trying out our hardware and software.
It seems like there's a lot of energy there, a lot of people that are checking it out and really
Yep.
like it, and you know, how's the vibe?
Yeah, and especially for our product, it makes the most sense when they actually see it in live.
Definitely.
So we've been getting some good reactions.
So tell me about Palette. You started as a Kickstarter, and
Yep.
how did that go?
It went well. Our goal was 100,000. We raised about $150,000, and we had about 1,000 customers. We recently shipped to all of them.
Awesome.
And the reactions have been great. And now we're opening it up for the public, so people can order now to get their kit by November.
By November.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So show everyone out there a little bit about what this is and what it does and how it's going to help them.
Right. The concept is very simple. These are actually just physical dial sliders, buttons, and we made them to help your editing workflow better.
Okay.
You can be much more precise. You'll definitely be faster. And these are intuitive controls, physical controls that you can map directly to software functions inside Photoshop, inside Lightroom, video editing applications, Premiere Pro, After Effects, music applications with the MIDI protocol. So any application where you're doing a lot of editing and you want that fine-tuned control and precise movements, you can do it with this.
Awesome. So I was telling you a little bit earlier, for 20 years I was actually owned an entertainment company and a DJ company, and as soon as I saw this I was like, what is this? You know, I'm like, this looks like the tools I'm used to that I've used in audio and video mixing and everything. So the difference between this and my equipment that I've had is that these are like modular. So I had to buy a DJ mixer, and if there was one thing I didn't like, I couldn't just take it out or add it. So these are magnetic?
Yeah, they connect magnetically, and they snap on very easily. As you can see, they light up as soon as you connect them. And in our desktop application, you can actually see the software update automatically as soon as you add them. And that's where you can assign functions explicitly. Okay, so for this slider, I want to control temperature. And you talked about MIDI mode, so you can make a MIDI profile. And by default, all of these come preset to control change events or note on and off events for the buttons. And you can actually click on them to select what control change value you want to set to.
So is there a limit to the amount of modules you can connect?
We have a soft limit of about 18 modules right now.
It's a decent amount.
Yeah, but that's mainly because of the power source limitation.
Okay.
But in the future, we'll also add on support so that you can plug in different power barrel jack, so you can add more modules.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say I wanted to edit in Lightroom. I'm a photographer.
Okay.
Wanted to go in there, and I start at the very top at temperature. This is where the buttons come into play, is where you could kind of tab down to the next one and keep going without having to touch the mouse.
Yes, exactly. So, you can have a finite amount of dials, but using our presets that you can save, you can load them later on, you can share with other people, you can use other people's presets so that you don't have to map it yourself.
Sure.
But with a button shortcut, you can easily tab through the presets that you created yourself. So for example, in this preset, we set a slider to temperature, and that's where you'll actually see the things changing. You can see the image changing right there.
Nice.
But say I have another Lightroom profile where I want to set this same slider to change tint instead. So I could come back to this app and manually change the profile to what I want to control, or you can also have a shortcut button assigned to toggle through the profile for you so that you don't have to come back to this application. Because we don't want you to move your mouse as much. We don't want you to destroy your workflow.
It slows you down. You have to now stop, grab the mouse,
And that's also where our sliders and dial mapping comes handy, because you don't have to always click on a mouse and change what you want to control.
Yeah.
So now we are controlling tint with the press of a button. Now we're controlling temperature. And you can order the profiles in any way you want. You can switch between Photoshop and Lightroom. You can drag the tabs around.
You can drag them around.
Yeah.
So now, between, say, the library module and develop, can you make a button so you can automatically jump over. So you're in library, you're viewing your pictures, hit a button, and it goes into develop?
Yeah, so we actually have a really nice feature where, say you're browsing things in library mode, you're going, by the way, you can also use a dial to toggle 2 photos in library mode.
You can roll through them.
Exactly, I can quickly show you here too. So library selection, select next previous photo. And you can see it's actually going through the photos.
Nice.
And as soon as you selected one and you change the temperature, it'll automatically switch to dev module. So as soon as you touch a parameter, we know, okay, you're probably trying to change it.
So it goes right
exactly.
over to it. And then you can just tab down between the different sliders.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily, you have a kit, right? You have like a basic kit and then a middle kit. So you could get the kit and start there and have all the functionality with just being able to tab down, not have to buy 50 of these.
Yeah, exactly. So you can start on an average size kit. Many of our Lightroom users have been preferring the professional kit because it has about 3 different dials. And dials also gives you fine-tuned precision control that you don't necessarily get with the standard keyboard and mouse.
You try to go a little bit and it goes all the way.
Yeah.
Then you have to go to the numbers or the arrow keys, so this gives you
exactly.
more.
So I can quickly demonstrate one. So for example, let's set one dial to exposure. So if I turn normally, you probably can't see it over here, but you can check out our how-to videos. The exposure jumps by just a little bit.
Like micro
movements. But if you press down and turn, you can see even on the screen itself,
that's
there's big jumps. Yeah. So many of our Lightroom users have been preferring the dials more than the sliders. Sliders is still very useful for properties where you want to change values immediately. Yeah.
Well, same thing with the DJ mixers. There used to be rotary knob mixers, and then there was the sliders, and some people, like the club guys, like the rotaries because they could get the fine tune at the same time.
Right.
Where like the mobile DJ guys would like the sliders to be able to just cut over. You're doing wedding intros, bam.
Right.
Next one. So it's again, this all speaks to me because I lived this for 20 years, and I always, when it turned to digital, a lot of people went to keyboard commands, and I still always wanted a hard controller. So I still had all the Denon controllers and the Pioneer ones because, you know what, I wanted to have that feel. You had to have the hardware controller, and that's really what made the digital work the right way. And I never thought about it with, well, actually I did think about it. There's a little knob that I bought that I tried to map to work with Lightroom, and I never got it to work. It was just it was like a little knob. There was a USB knob, and it was supposed to be able to like rotate your volume, your music, and map other stuff. And I never got it to work, but I kind of was thinking about it. So I'm always looking for hardware solutions.
Yeah, and even though the industry, a lot of people are moving towards touch-based controls, gesture-based controls,
it's not the same.
There's always gonna be a very important need for you to have the precision control, the tactility behind your fingertips. Like nothing replaces muscle memory and nothing replaces the tactile feedback that you get. And if you already know that, okay, for the next 100 photos, I'm gonna be modifying these 5 things. So why waste more time moving the mouse around and clicking each and every slider?
Exactly.
And if you're...
It takes a lot of time.
Exactly.
I teach Lightroom, so I know that you have to go down each one. And I think this is great. So let people know what's the basic kit price that you guys are selling right now for the pre-orders.
Right. So we actually have a 15% discount now if you're already in the Photoshop World event with the coupon you have to plug in. But otherwise, outside after this week, people can get the basic kit, which is 2 buttons, 1 dial, 1 slider, and obviously the brain, which is the one that communicates with their applications. So you get it as low as $199, and then you can add on a button for $29 or a slider or dial for $49.
They're not crazy expensive then to be able to buy one and add it on.
So this unit right here, and again, you can lay them out in any way you want. You don't have to carry them all. So if you're traveling light for a photo shoot, you can just take the bare minimum. So even if you buy an expert kit, so this is an expert kit, and you can just keep it and not use them unless you really need to travel.
And then tell them the website where they can find more information out.
So it's palettegear.com, palettegear.com. I'm Rashid, I'm one of the co-founders there, and please check us out.
Awesome new stuff out here at Photoshop World, and thank you for taking the time again.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing these come out soon.
Awesome. Just you can get it now.
Awesome. Cool. We'll see you real soon out there.